And more outrage over Bill Maher's sexist statements on last week's episode of Real Time with Bill Maher. Now, critics are up in arms that the controversial talk show host has yet to be publicly condemned by women's groups or formally reprimanded by his employer, HBO. Now, today we reached out to the National Organization of Women to get the group's official position on the issue. They did not directly respond to our request for comment, but they did say they intend to post something on their website later tonight or maybe tomorrow. HBO did not return our calls requesting a statement, so why the strange silence over such shockingly offensive rhetoric? Where are the boycotts? Where's the fury? Here with reaction, the CEO of Concerned Women for America, Penny Nance, Fox News contributor Tamera Holder. Guys, welcome back to the program. Penny.
Thank you.
It's not just one word, one example. It's an ongoing series of sexist, bigoted, hateful, misogynist comments by this guy. And I don't hear a peep out of the left and women in America.
That's right, Sean. Bill Maher has a history of demeaning and scorning conservative women. For some reason, he finds them particularly threatening. He's even stooped to obscenity-laced comments about both Sarah Palin and I'm not sure about Michelle Bachmann, but has said horrible things about both of them, and even insulted Sarah Palin's child with Down syndrome. So he is, out of control. I'm not sure why why now and HBO has not addressed it. We think that they should, and it's just, his scorn is just outrageous. Yeah. The only being that he hates more than conservative women, Sean, is God. So at least we're in good company, I think. All
right, now we've got an example here. I'm going to play this tape for you, Tamera. Imagine me, little old Sean Hannity, using the term MILF to describe Democratic women. You think there'd be a lot of outrage? I do. Or watch with the following exchange with him and his guests on his show. Watch this.
There you go, Fox News, for your blogs this week. You Republicans are like Arafat.
Unfortunately, not exactly like him. I wish they were all up. They're grifters and scumbags, the Bachmann.
I don't want to be crass, but I just hope that Marcus Bachmann takes all that, that rage that comes from repression and denial and brings it into the bedroom with her. And I hope he her angrily because that's how I would. And I've thought about it.
Just so you don't get charges of sexism because only Michelle Bachmann was I sometimes think about on a Rick Santorum.
Well, you're shaking your head, Tamera. Why?
Well, because Bill Maher is a stand-up comedian. He's from Cornell. He's an educated man. He is not trying to give you the news. He has an audience that laughs at what he has to say, and he's never said that he's somebody who's reporting the news. So I don't understand why him calling someone a nincompoop is so offensive.
All right.
Because it's not just nincompoop.
Well, yeah, that's vulgar
language that he uses against women. And he's never called on the carpet for it. He's never apologized for it. And at some point, he needs to be held accountable for it.
No, what I want to know with Tamera, wait a minute. I'm trying. Look, I get this. Every liberal goes, oh, it's just in humor. All right, so if I crack a joke on this program and it crosses that line, and we have, a good time on our panel, if I say the same things, I'm fired, right or wrong.
Mm-hmm. Right, and there's a difference.
I'm a commentator.
You are on
He's
Fox
a commentator
News
as
channel.
well.
You are, no, he's not. He is a comedian. He has a comedic show that is satire. That's what this is.
This is his commentary.
You are on Fair and Balanced Fox News.
All right, I don't think he's very funny. Tries to be a comedian. He's an angry, bitter liberal who's advancing his liberal commentary, uses comedy sometimes, but a conservative would never get away with the same routine.
Like what, Sean? Like that
what?
He's actually for gay marriage? Is that such a liberal view?
I mean, how about
it's like calling women the C word, those kind of remarks, using very graphic, vile language to describe women of stature.
Well, I'm sure that there are certain comments that he's made that are unacceptable, but at the same time, there's a big difference. Well, the people who are called those names should speak out. But at the same time, we're talking about Michelle Bachmann.
Why don't you speak out?
Well, I haven't had an opportunity to talk to him. When he gives me a call, I'd be more than happy to tell him how I feel.
If it's Don Imus or a radio host, I hear people calling for firings all the time. Why doesn't he get called on the carpet? Don Imus is a comedian. He's funny. He does a funny show.
Well, he's a comedian of sorts, but he's also there to report the news. There's a difference, Sean.
Oh, and you don't think
Mars apples and oranges?
You don't think Mars ramming his left-wing radical Obama ass-kissing agenda down America's throat?
Oh, really? Like he believes in profiling of Muslims at the airports? He believes in the death penalty? Those are all things that you agree with, Sean. Just because he's pro-legalization of marijuana doesn't make him a liberal crazy.
Oh, okay. Penny will give you the last word.
Well, Bill Maher's clearly very angry at conservative women. He can't take them on for their positions on the issue, so he has to resort to ad hominem attacks. And I think it's sad. I think if he wants to take on Michelle Bachmann for her positions on the issue, that's fair game. But no woman, conservative or liberal, should have to put up with that kind of language.
All right, guys, good to see you. Thank you. Let not your heart be troubled. Our great American panel. Next.